benefited from a scheme to help insulate homes, and they're going to be released today.
Yeah, Ben's taking a look at this. I suppose, Ben, at the heart of this, I think everyone knows that insulation in a home is a good thing. So any scheme that can help you do that, that's good. The question is it happening?
Yes, insulation obviously helps to bring down energy bills by making homes more energy efficient. The cost of insulation can be off-putting. There is a scheme, and more than one scheme, to help with the cost of that. But, as you say, are people actually benefiting from it? Let's take a look in a little more detail. Good morning to you. The Great British Insulation Scheme was set up in March last year to help with the cost of insulating the draftiest homes across Britain. The aim to improve the least energy efficient homes, help to tackle fuel poverty and reduce energy bills. Now, to qualify for the scheme, you'll need to be in a low energy efficiency home and be within certain council tax bands as well. It is slightly complicated and it varies depending on where you live, so worth checking online to see if you meet the criteria. If so, you could be eligible for some money off the cost of insulation, and there are various types available, like loft, cavity and solid wall insulation. The scheme aims to help around 300,000 households with the cost of installing new insulation by March 2026, and it should help eligible households save around about £300 a year on their energy bills. But 1 year in, just over 4,600 households have benefited between last May and January. The government says installations under the scheme reached their highest level so far in January, but that number is still just 1.5% of the total target. So you may ask, what's the hold-up? Well, Energy UK, on behalf of the industry, says there is a lack of qualified installers and that many online applications fail because the eligibility criteria are unclear. And even if you do manage to navigate the online page, it's not always straightforward trying to get to the end of the process.
There are many problems. The way that you're treated as a household is really quite chaotic. You go onto a website, you put your details in, and then you're sent an email, and then you're sitting there waiting for a response, which in my case took 4 months, despite the fact I chased up by phone and by email. So the system seems to be completely broken. There are so many cases of people in dangerously cold homes with mould on their walls, and those are the people that really need the help. But actually, the design of these schemes doesn't really help those people. In many cases, their homes are quite small, so the contractors don't want to do the work, so they're not getting help. So the people are now stuck for another winter in a cold, damp home, and the government's really letting them down.
Some people might be even put off from applying altogether because of the logistics involved. Dave Raval runs a firm that makes boards to let people use their lofts for storage around insulation, something that is not covered by the scheme.
Everyone wants to have reduced energy bills, and so loft insulation is a good thing, but actually people also want to use their loft for storage. A Carbon Trust survey showed that 80% of people use their lofts for storage and said it was important, very important or essential. And we're not offering that. The government's saying, clear all your stuff away, leave a nice empty loft, we'll insulate it, and then you can't put the things back again. And that's not how people want to work, and a lot of people actually say no.
And although it's a government-backed scheme, it's your energy supplier that decides and arranges the work. And Ofgem, the watchdog, says even if you're eligible, that doesn't guarantee that your supplier would agree to do the installation. And it's worth pointing out this is one of several energy support schemes that's running at the moment. So even if you don't qualify for this one, it's worth checking which one suits your circumstances best. Naga, Charlie.
Thank you very much, Ben.